What's up, guys? We got a banger today on dating rants, entitlement, and modern relationship woes. Let's get into it.
Dating in New York City sucks, and I promised myself this year that I was going to go on more dates, and I have no one else to talk to about it, so it's you guys. Okay, question. I'm on Bumble and Hinge and all that stuff. Why do men shorten your name? If I wanted to be called Peg, I would put my name as Peg. And now you're making me feel like I'm the bitch by saying, hey, no, my name is Peggy. Why? I could probably go on one hand how many people I allow to call me Peg. I don't like it. If I wanted to be called Peg, I would put Peg on my profile. My name is Peggy. Actually, my real name is Banayota, and I would so much more prefer that. Could you imagine if I put Banayota, what they would do? Am I wrong? Am I too anal? Actually, I'm not wrong, because it is how I feel, and to be honest, how I feel is right, because it's my feelings. But why do men feel like it's okay to shorten your name right away? And I feel bad because I feel like I look like bitch. I don't know. I have nothing else to do. I'm bored. So, let me know your thoughts. Bye.
Oh, Peggy, since you're feeling extra spicy about your name, and let's get this straight. You're on Bumble and Hinge and complaining about how men address you, and yet you clearly have nothing better to do than nitpick about Peg versus Peggy. I mean, how about focusing on something that actually matters, like your personality or why you're still single? You know, men shorten names as a form of casual connection. It's not a plot against your precious identity. That's classic modern narcissism disguised as empowerment. You want respect? Offer some back. Bumble's own stats showed that women initiate conversations 70% less than men. Yet you expect them to nail your name perfectly while you barely lift a finger. Priorities, Peggy.
I created a fake online dating profile pretending I was single in my area. I didn't put a picture up of myself. And to be honest, I didn't scroll that much. Every time I did, I felt so guilty doing it. Because I'm not single, I'm engaged, I think. It turns out at the moment we had to cancel our wedding celebration plans, I guess you would call it, due to financial situations. So right now, when we're getting married, if we're getting married, is still to be determined. But either way, I'm not single. And of course, I live with my fiance, have been, it's now been 6 years. So we've been together 6 years this month. I didn't do a lot of searching, but from what I could see, the photos were just similar to the women's profiles.
So pretending to be single while engaged, that's classy. You're out here creating fake profiles and we're supposed to feel bad because your wedding got postponed? Here's the reality check. This is emotional infidelity all wrapped up in a pity party. If you're scrolling through dating apps while living with your fiance of 6 years, the problem isn't your finances, it's your lack of respect for the man who stuck around. You're justifying sneaky behavior under the guise of research. I mean, ladies, here's a lesson. Men value loyalty, and guess what? If he finds out, he won't be thinking about the canceled wedding. He'll be thinking I dodged a bullet. Marriage is about commitment. If you're already exploring exit routes, maybe stay single because you're definitely not ready.
I think dating is too casual these days. Everybody cancels last minute and it's starting to really wear on me. Like, I was supposed to have coffee with somebody this morning and they messaged me an hour before we were supposed to get together and said that they slept poorly and weren't feeling well and could we reschedule for later in the day. I'm busy later. I have plans. I am a schedule-oriented person. So no, we can cancel. And unfortunately, because that was your first impression now with me, we're not ever going to meet up again. So I don't, tell me if I'm inflexible or if I'm the crazy one here, but if you agree to do something with somebody, you do it. And I'm not a monster. I understand. Sometimes you don't feel well. But there have been plenty of times I have set up a date with somebody and I'm excited that day. And then the day of the date rolls around and I'm like, man, I really do not feel like going. Like, I am not in the right headspace. I don't want to do this. You go anyway because you made a commitment. You don't have to stay long. You can tell that person, you can communicate, look, I'm not at my best today. But sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do because you made plans. And I feel like that concept is lost on a lot of people these days. Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm crazy.
Dating is too casual and you're here throwing a tantrum because someone canceled due to poor sleep. I mean, I get it. Flakiness sucks, but your standards are giving zero flexibility and full entitlement vibes. So yes, you're crazy. Modern dating is a disaster because people don't value time or commitment, but this attitude of one strike and you're out isn't helping. Relationships take work, and sometimes that means understanding someone might not feel their best every moment. Statistically, over 70% of dating app users admit to burnout. People are tired, literally and figuratively. If you want someone to match your punctual type A energy, how about dating someone who shares those values? You're not crazy for expecting effort, but demanding perfection makes you crazy. That's why people ghost. Adjust your expectations or enjoy those solo coffee dates.
This really is proof that I am just a 17-year-old living in a 31-year-old's body. I went to the nurse today to get bloods done, and she's going through all the questions, and she's like, oh, so do you have a family? And I answer, yeah, I have my mom and my dad and my brother who I live with. And she's looking at me, and then she like looks at my file again. And then she goes, oh, what's your date of birth? And I was like, the 20th of July, 1993, which makes me 31. And then she goes again, and she goes, and do you have your own family? And I said, yeah, I have my mom, my dad, and my brother. And then she's like, no, love. She's like, do you have like your own family? Like, do you have children? Do you have children? She was asking me, do I have my own family? Not my mum and dad and my brother who I live with. So that's great.
You're 31, living with your brother, and confused about what having your own family means? Well, here's a spoiler alert. It's not your mom, dad, or brother. I mean, here's a harsh truth. Adulthood comes with responsibilities like building your own life instead of being a perpetual teenager. Society has coddled women into thinking extended adolescence is normal. And meanwhile, men are demonized for staying at home to save money or avoid financial traps like alimony. Ladies, independence isn't just a cute buzzword. If you're content living like a 17-year-old at 31, don't expect people to take you seriously. The nurse's reaction, it wasn't confusion, it was judgment. Guys, take note. This is why dating someone with ambition and self-awareness matters. You don't want to be her next daddy figure. Trust me.
I have a question for the girls, and I need genuine answer. Like, please be honest with me. Okay, so let's say you have two guys. This guy is like a 10 out of 10. He's perfect. He's literally, mind you, 10 out of 10. However, he is your height. I don't care what height you are, he's your height. Yeah, so there's that. Then number two, there's this guy who's maybe like a 7.5 out of 10. The missing 2.5 is like either he's not your like physical type in terms of like his face, just his face, and maybe his body. He doesn't have a good fashion sense, or maybe he's lacking a little personality from that 2.5, or his manner. But he's tall. He's tall. He's like the ideal type of tall. Obviously, like not too tall. Okay, out of those two guys, which one would you choose? Because for me, I think I would choose the tall guy. Of course, only if he's willing to work through that 2.5 missing point. If it's personality shit, oh no, I'm not choosing. The point being, I think I would choose a tall guy, and I think it now makes sense why all girls are just going for tall guys. But also, like, I tend to be on the taller side, so it makes sense for me.
Still the classic tall guy debate. Guy who's a 10 out of 10, but his height isn't good enough. But like a 7 out of 10 tall guy gets a pass. Lady, your priorities are as shallow as a kiddie pool. And again, it goes back to the sixes. 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, 6-pack abs, you could be a complete royal dick. As long as you match those, that's it. You're in. But here's some truth. Height doesn't pay the bills, doesn't raise the kids, doesn't create a stable family. But go ahead, chase the tall guy while dismissing men with actual substance. It's the same logic that leads women to complain about no good men left, and after they've wasted their 20s on superficial choices. Statistics back this up as well. A study in the evolutionary psychology found women overemphasize physical traits like height, despite those traits having no correlation to long-term relationship success. And guys, listen up. Focus on self-improvement, not pandering to shallow standards. Passport bros have the right idea. Find someone who values character and not inches on a tape measure, or centimeters depending on the country you're in. Anyways, guys, we have a grim picture of modern dating. Women obsessed with trivialities like nicknames, engaging in emotional infidelity, demanding perfection while offering none, and prioritizing height over substance. It's no wonder men are saying enough's enough. And here's the bottom line. Modern family laws, feminist entitlement, and social media have destroyed the dating landscape. Women are conditioned to value fleeting traits over stability, and men are left cleaning up the mess. Studies show that marriage rates have dropped nearly 60% since the 70s, largely due to societal shifts. So what's the solution? As always, guys, focus on self-improvement, financial independence, and emotional resilience. Vet your women carefully, or better yet, explore dating cultures where traditional values are still respected, or go your own way. Your choice is yours. And women, it's time to reevaluate your priorities. If you want high-value men, start by being high-value yourself. Or not. The choice is yours as well. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video here today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.